Consumer Protection Act 2020. On July 20th, 2020, the new Consumer Protection Act came into force, replacing the previous enactment of 1986. The new act overhauls means a thorough examination, the administration and settlement of consumer disputes in India. The new act, after the thorough examination of the administration and settlement of consumer disputes means the complaints. It provides for strict penalties, including jail for the alteration and for misleading the advertisements. After the thorough examination of administration and settlement of consumer disputes, they decide give strict penalties, including jail for the food adulteration and for misleading the advertisement. Some advertisements are misleading the people. With the advertisement, the people will buy the products, but that products are not that much standard food quality or quantity. That is the misleading advertisements. So many advertisements are misleading to the people. Next, we will see the features of Consumer Protection Act. It applies to all goods, services, and unfair trade practices. Consumer Protection Act applies to all goods, services, unfair trade practices unless specifically exempted by the central government. Exempted means free from central government. The first feature is apply to all goods. This act applies to all goods, services, and unfair trade practices. Unfair means not good practices unless specifically exempted by the central government. Those goods and services are exempted by the central government. All other goods and services and unfair trade practices are applied this act. It covers all sectors, whether private, public, or corporate. This act covers all the sectors, private, public, or corporate. It provides for the establishment of consumer protection councils at the central, state, and district levels. This act provides the establishment of consumer protection council at the central, state, and district level to promote and protect the rights of the consumers. This is for to protect and promote the rights of the consumer and a three-tier quasi-judicial machinery. Three-tier quasi-judicial machinery is the consumer court. Consumer court for redressal. Redressal means compensation. This three-tier quasi-judicial machinery is the consumer court for redressal. It provides the establishment of consumer protection council. There are consumer councils are in district, state, and central level for to promote the protection and rights of the consumers. And a three-tier quasi-judicial machinery. Quasi-judicial machinery is for consumer court for redressal. This court will deal the consumer grievances and disputes. This consumer court will deal with the consumer grievances, complaints, and disputes. This is the features of the Consumer Protection Act. Next, we will see the importance of Consumer Protection Act. What are the importance of Consumer Protection Act? First one is the importance from the consumer point of view. What are the importance in consumer points of view? First one is unorganized consumers. In developing countries like India, consumers are not organized. Here in India, consumers are not organized. There are very few consumer organizations. In India, the consumers organizations are very less. Which are these organizations are working for to protect the interest of the consumers. In India, the consumers are not organized and organizations are very less for to protect the interest of the consumers. So, this Consumer Protection Act is important. It is the unorganized consumers. Due to unorganized consumers and less organization, this Consumer Protection Act is very important. Second one is consumer ignorance. It spread the awareness so that consumer can know about the various redressal agencies where they can approach to protect their interest. In India, the consumer ignorance are more. They don't know where to go for the compensation, where to complain. Due to ignorance, the consumer cannot get there, cannot satisfy their satisfaction. It spread due to Consumer Protection Act. It spreads the awareness so that consumer can know about the various redressal agencies where they can approach to protect their interest. So this is an importance because the consumers are very ignorant. With the help of this act, it spreads the awareness so that consumer can know about the various redressal agencies where they can approach to protect their interest. Then third importance is widespread exploitation of consumers. Here consumers are exploited widely. There is a lot of exploitation of consumers as businessmen use various unfair trade practices to cheat and exploit consumers. With the help of Consumers Protection Act provides safeguard to the consumers from such exploitation. So this is an importance. In widespread exploitation of consumers, this act is very important because there is a lot of exploitation of consumers as businessmen. Here consumers are exploited widely. The businessmen use various unfair trade practices to cheat and exploit consumers. Businessmen use various unfair trade practices to cheat and exploit the consumers. With the help of Consumer Protection Act, this exploitation and cheating will be reduced. Consumer protection provides safeguard to the consumers from such exploitation. So this is one of the importance of Consumer Protection Act. Then importance from business point of view. First one is businessman uses society's resources. What are the importance from business point of view? Businessman